Hey gang, it's Melissa again, your somewhat friendly bug breeder and reptile enthusiast. Today I went to the Fort Walton Beach Repticon Expo. It was a weekend expo. It's June 21st and 22nd. 2025. Today is June 22nd, Sunday. Apparently, I didn't blow enough money yesterday, so I had to go back today. And so I bought a couple large containers. I can show you a video on that later. But this video is going to be putting together a PacMan enclosure. So I just want to go over the products that I got today and yesterday. Well, mostly today. And what we're going to use to build this enclosure. I want to first say this is not my profession. I don't know how to do everything perfectly. I just kind of wing it and I just see where it goes. So I did build out one for my Ackie. This is a 5x2x2 we have here with UVA, UVB, and heat bulbs. So we can see Big Boy. For a minute, we're sliding glass. So he's in here. This is Big Boy. He's in here alone for now. We got a couple girls that are young and growing out. So he's got his water dish. This right here is here he comes. Is an 11 by 16 stone. It's about 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick. Hey, Bubs. And it is underneath the here. You could put 2 full-size Ackies, no problem. So they can burrow under there. All these plants are fake. I am not against live plants. I do not want to use them because this guy is a digger. He will destroy everything. It's like Aerosmith circa 1989 on tour in any unfortunate hotel room. He rips stuff apart. Don't you, baby doll? So this is my Big Boy. He's a little disgruntled because he's hungry, but he overate the last 2 days. Anyway, so this is an 11 by 16 stone. This is his basking lights. Don't you bite me. He's a biter. So this is 11 by 16. That's not poop. That's just calcium powder. When he ate 6,000 crickets yesterday, I put him in there when he went to bed, and I didn't realize he was going to wake up and go after every single one. He's my sweet boy. He's a biter. He's gonna get me. All right, so that's that side. And then, hold on, fix this. Then we've got this side. He's following me. So this is just some grape wood. I did put it in the oven and bake it. Nobody panic. It's not gonna mold. It's gonna be just fine. So just some more artificial plants. He's destroyed that nearly. Got a fake fur. It looked great. And I had another hide here, but he keeps digging it up. So this is about 6 inches or so of substrate. He's gonna nail my finger. About 6 inches of substrate from here to here. He digs. He tunnels all around, all in the back. We can give him a worm or two. You want a worm, baby doll? He said, heck yeah, I do. You jump, boy. So we got super worms. Oh God, there it goes. And so these are my dogs, but apparently I don't feed him fast enough to his liking. There's no reason why this fat boy should be hungry. But, you know, here we are in life. So here's a worm. I'm just going to try to drop. Okay, I was going to drop it. So anyway, this is his hide. So he gets in here, back in here, and digs in place like a little kid. You can see back there some burrowed tunnel. He's got some tunnel there. You can't see, but in the back he's got some tunnel. One more, buddy. You're going to get fat, and I don't want fat animals. Oh, my God. See, that's what happens. You're going to hurt your mouth. All right, let's just quit. We're 5 minutes into a video of making an enclosure for a Pac-Man frog we got today, and all we're doing is feeding Big Boy. So anyway, he's about 4.5 or so years old. I absolutely adore him. I had no idea I was gonna love him. It was just supposed to be a project, but here we are in life. Okay, let's talk about the stuff that we purchased this weekend. What the, Corey, what are you doing under the table? You know I'm gonna step on that tail, girl. So, there she comes around. What's going on, Corey? She's my standard dachshund. She is the biggest pain in the butt I've ever met, but damn it, she's adorable. She gets underneath the feet and I trip and break my neck about 14 times a day, doesn't it, turn, baby? Say, yep, so they gotta be right up underneath you. All right, come on, scoot. Scoot, let's go. Move your butt. Come on, I got a video. People actually might wanna watch this. Okay, let's talk about what we got. I will go over in a different video the enclosures I got from a company called Family Reptiles in Lakeland, Florida. I can't tell you how much I love these people. So without further ado, let's look at who we have here today. Ta-da! I don't know how you say that, but this is our guy. I'm gonna say he's a boy. I have no real idea. I did use the methodology of sexing pixie frogs, which this is not. So we got this guy. I'm not going to touch him. He's absolutely adorable. Look at him. So to get a regular size business card, to see the difference, he's a third. He is bigger than a quarter. He is probably about the size of a $50. The guy that I got him from, wonderful, wonderful guy. Let's see if I can find his, I got his business card here. So it's a guy named Brian. He is in, God, I don't know where he is. Hell, who knows where he is. It doesn't even say on his card. 772 area code, don't know. All right, so this is his business card here for Brian. With Slither Mania. What's in your snake? That snake's got a mohawk. So this would be his contact information. No, I'm not getting paid. Yes, I would love to. Back of the card. What's in your snake? And so this is just another thing here for the Repticon Reptile and Exotic Animal Show. It was today, yesterday and today. So this was, again, June 21st, 22nd. Say, Fort Walton, Florida. It's in the Panhandle. It's not far from Destin. There's Family Reptiles. We'll talk about them in a minute. So this is just our guys. So let's get into it. So that's where he's from. I want to talk about what I got and where it came from, and then we'll start our build. So Brian's had him, bought him from a breeder. He's had him for approximately 3 weeks, and he's been eating about every other day. He's eating baby crickets and small mealworms. So we're going to look at that in a minute because I bought some feeders from some wonderful folks up there. God damn it, Corey, you're under my feet, girl. Look at her. It never ends. And so, yeah, so we got him $55. I don't know or care if that's a good price or not. I'm not trying to bargain hunt. I talked to him. He's a great guy. He spent a lot of time with me. The other guy with him, I forgot his name. Real nice guy too. He spent a lot of time talking to me about different animals that they had there, and they're just damn good people. So I would highly recommend looking at this guy here, Brian, checking out his products. So Healthy Animals. So he said this guy's about 2.5 months old when he got him 3 weeks ago. So he's just over 3 months, maybe 3 months and a week. He's about the size of a $50, like I said. So it is, let's see, so that would be about around March 15th-ish is when he was born, if it's been 3 months and a week-ish. So, okay, that's him. So let's put him up because I don't want him anywhere near this table. Corey makes me trip on every single time I turn around. And so we don't want me tripping at all. All right, so Corey, again, you got to be under me, don't you? All right, baby doll. Let's spank that butt. You spank that pants. I'm going to spank your pants. See, I like spankings. She's one of those girls. All right, let me get a drink really quick. For some reason, my mouth's already dry. God, we're 10 minutes into a video. I haven't even started. I tell you what I really hate is when people, you don't need to put that on so tight because I can't get it off. People put a title on their video. Say it is build a terrarium for a Pac-Man. And then their video is about their dog and their Ackie and their day and their neighbor and a TV show, and you don't get anything about what the topic is supposed to be. I hate those people and I hate those videos. I don't hate those people, I just hate the videos. Well, unfortunately, I can kind of understand now why it's happening because we're 10 minutes in and I have been that person. All right, so let's get my drink out of the way. It's just water. Okay, so let's let's talk about our feeders for this guy. Also at the expo, so we have some small crickets, 50 count. Okay, they're little bitty guys. I mean, they're tiny. I don't even know how I'm supposed to catch these guys. Look how the cup is a little fuzzy, so it's not that it's not focusing. It's just a little fuzzy, but they are so small. I don't even know how I'm going to get them out. And then I got these. Oh, let's turn around. It's mislabeled. It says giant mealworms, but it's not. These are very small mealworms. You can see my finger up against it. So, about like this little guy here. And I checked all this with my breeder, or with the breeder, or not the breeder, but the guy I bought them from, Brian. And I made sure that what he is feeding is the same size as what I bought. So these feeders comes from Endless Scales. They are out of Cummings, Georgia. Is that what that says? God, the print is so small. What does that say? Canton Road. Yeah, Cummings, Georgia. Yeah, there you go. All right, so here's his contact info. Facebook at Endless Scales. Phone number there. And then that's the back. This guy had every possible feeder insect you could imagine. I mean, it was insane. I've never seen a feeder table that fully stocked. He had a good price on everything. Hornworms are pretty expensive, and I saw some small hornworms, maybe 20, 50, at least 15. I'll say at least 15 in a container like this with about an inch of Apache. And he only wanted 20 bucks, so they're about $1 a piece. That's cheap here. So anyway, now I want to put this stuff away because if we don't, we're going to knock it over. We being me. So let's get this on the kitchen counter, or at least away from everything. I'll put that with my little buddy. Go away. Now Henry's over here. All right. Jesus Christ. And so before we get into what we're going to do, I just want to talk about this guy right here. This is Emerald Coast Exotics. It's a friend of mine. His name is Dan Kraft. I got one of my female Ackies from him, and she is a dream come true. I'm so excited with her. She was about 4 or so months old, and so now we've had her, I guess, 3 months-ish almost. She's fantastic. Dan is located in Navarre Beach, Florida. He has a fantastic outfit there. He breeds a lot of different reptiles. Whatever you want, he has. If he doesn't have it, he knows who to call to get it. I didn't purchase anything from him this time. He didn't have any Ackies. So anyway, he gave me some advice, and I think I'm going to start another project, which is to be determined. See how much money I want to waste. But anyway, check out Emerald Coast Exotics. He has a full-time job, and then on the weekends he does expos, and he goes out pretty far. I think his next one is Slidell, Louisiana is coming up. I don't know if it's Repticon or Show Me Reptiles. I don't know what it is, but he does them all. He does Show Me Reptiles also, so he will be in Pensacola. He was in March. I think Show Me Reptiles is coming back in August, maybe. If I remember, I'm sure he'll be there. Great guy. Couldn't be more honest. Couldn't be more patient. Just a stand-up person. And no, I'm not getting paid for this, but it sure would be great if I did. So we got that out of the way. Last thing is, I want to talk about on here, they don't have a business card, but it's this guy right here, the family. God, just focus for God's sake. FamilyReptiles.com. FamilyReptiles.com in Lakeland, Florida. So there are 3 folks that come up for they're just sponsors. So this is just like the card. I'm trying to get the damn thing to focus. Why is it not focusing? These old crappy Apple phones. Thanks, Apple, for making crap phones. Okay, it just won't get any better, will it? There it goes, for God's sake. So anyway, so 3 folks came up from Lakeland, Scott, Walter, and there was a gal, and I don't remember her name. I don't think I got her name. Walter had a name tag on, so couldn't be a friendlier, nicer. He is badass. I love Walter. Scott's fantastic too. Can't say enough good things about him. The gal that was with him, blonde-haired lady, super friendly. All 3 of those people couldn't have been nicer. Patient, just fantastic people. Answer all your questions. It was ridiculous the amount of supplies that they had. So they have a brick and mortar store in Lakeland, Florida. And so, and you'll see that they have a Facebook page as well and a website. They have animals available at the brick and mortar store. They do not bring animals to the show, apparently, or at least they didn't for this one. It was all supplies, any possible supply. I mean, they had the entire wall of one of the main building, and it was just wrapping around. It just kept going and going. It is crazy. I bought 2 amazing tanks from them. They are 48 by 24 by 24 PVC enclosure, sealed top, pre-wired, humidity and temperature gauge on it. Pre-wired for 2 different screw-in bulbs inside, and also a T5 24-inch UVB light. So let's go ahead. God, why can't this damn thing just focus? I just don't understand. I don't know how to make a stupid phone focus. I just want it to be normal. God. All right, we're 20 minutes into this exhausting video, and Corey is still with me. All right, so now that we've talked, here's their information. God knows I got enough receipts from them. So let's see. This is Family Reptiles, 4505 Old Road 37, Lakeland, Florida, 33813. Phone number 863-399-1134. So I gave them a bunch of money. I'm sure I covered their expenses and hotel expenses and food bill and gas bill. I hooked them up, and they hooked me up. They couldn't be greater nicer people. I can't possibly say enough. All right, so the Lakeland, Florida guys, let me put this stuff up and let's talk about what I got from them and how we're gonna set this up, the products we're gonna use. It was awesome because I'd already bought 2 enclosures, one yesterday, one today, big enclosures. Walter can put them together in 15 minutes flat, or the smaller ones he puts together in 9 minutes. It is crazy. We timed it. I about lost money because I almost bet him he couldn't do it. I'm glad I didn't because he is crazy amazing putting those together. And they do it for only 20 bucks. So please do it because I don't know how. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is the product. So it was funny because when I got the Pac-Man frog today, they saw me over there after they loaded me up with my second enclosure that I bought today, because I got one yesterday. I drove a 3-hour round trip. We'll get another one today, like a ding-a-ling. And so I go back, okay, and they saw me after he loaded me up talking to Brian in the front room, the first building, and this was Walter, and he told Scott, he said, damn it, she's going to buy her a Pac-Man frog. I know it. Let's get her a kit together. And it was the sweetest thing. When I walked around the side, I was falling apart laughing because I come around the side. Why is this like that? Hang on. Apparently it's so screwy. I don't care for that. Oh, shit. That's okay. So I come around the side, and then I saw this. We'll look at the back. But here's what I saw. He had all this. This was in a 6-foot fake. So it was in a thing, and he had this, and he had this. He had a whole setup. He goes, "We got you, girl." I was dying laughing because how did you know I was buying all this? So anyway, he knew I was going to get a Pac-Man. I guess they knew. This was altogether was about $65-ish. He really cut me a heck of a deal. Let's look at the back of this container so we can get the measurements. This is Sadie, get out of here. This was a low profile top slide screen. So this is from Exoterra. Exoterra item CT6. I don't even know the dimensions. So that means we have to go grab our measuring tape. You know how much stuff I measure in a day and where in the world it could potentially be. Oh, God. I'd rather eat glass than look for something right now. So, y'all see my tape measure? Either of you two suckers? Because I know it's not in here where it's supposed to be. Let's use a level. Oh, God. I really need to just go to bed. What a long day. All right, so let's have a look with the level. It's the best I can do. All right, so the level says it is 20 long. It is, what is that? Shoot. Was it like a 10.5 wide? Okay. And then, I'm stepping on stuff. And it is 8.5 tall. All right, he said low profile is what I needed. I said okay, and away we go. And so this was $49. Again with you. Move. Corey, I'm going to trip and kick over the tripod. You got to move, man. Come on. Klinger. If you remember Mash from Klinger, this is her. You just got to put her in a dress. So it was, let's go ahead and get this off. So it's 49 bucks. And like I said, the whole thing, they gave it to me for like $65, $70. Man, I put in almost $1,000 with them just today and yesterday. So they're fantastic people. They will cut you a little bit of a deal. I just noticed that I don't like this right here. I'm trying to hold with one hand. right there. I don't like that. It's kind of loose. After the video is over, see, it just like it cut through. When this video is over, I'm gonna take a little closer look and see what I can do to fix that, because it doesn't look good. I hate the hell out of that. See, oh, damn it. This is why you gotta look at stuff really well before you leave. It looks like it's just popped out. It's not a big deal, but I'm not happy about it. I'm rarely happy about anything. So, all right, so let's look at our products. Let's get this show on the road. So they gave me this here, this creature soil, which really, I guess, is like a Repti soil, which is our main component we're gonna use. So I got 2 bags of that. I also have, this is a product I already have from a different project. This is just sheet moss, sphagnum moss. That's all it is sphagnum moss. It's supposed to be just moss, made for crafts. This is sheet moss. So I was gonna do a kokedami setup. Of course, I waited way too late, and waiting too late caused the plant to get way too big. And now it's in a pot. So they got me a little hide here set up, which is adorable. And then the 6-foot long fake soft pothos vine from Flukers. Okay, I already had this. This is magnolia leaves. I don't have leaf litter. I'm gonna buy some from Amazon. But before we're done, I'm gonna just crush up some. I don't like that these are so stiff. I don't think this is a good product to use with the soft skin of an amphibian. But I will tell you, once it gets wet or damp and soaks a bit, it will definitely soften. So this right here is Repti soil. Da-da-da-da. So the big bags you can buy at the store for anywhere from 30 to 40 bucks. That's PetSmart and Petco. This is not a big bag, but I bought big bags today. They were $22 for the big 40s. I think it's 40 dry quarts. This is just 10. And then I'm also going to put in some just basic Eco Earth. Unfortunately, I'm dumb, and I mixed some substrate with this and a little bit of shredded material. He watches me. He's watching, making sure we're not screwing up. You know, apparently he's digging a hole. So this is the products we're gonna use. And then I went to the dollar store looking for some other fake plants. Didn't find anything I liked. But I did find this little guy. So I know they can't be kept with any other animals, but I thought maybe this little gnome, garden gnome, maybe he would, little gnome would be excited to hold his flowers for our little Pac-Man frog. Okay, and then I also have a water dish. I'm a little concerned because that is probably an inch deep. I like the little stairs. It doesn't say much about it. It's just Exoterra small water dish. I just don't like that it's so deep. So I love rocks. I have a geode. I have a bunch of geodes. I think I might put some rocks in there because rocks go in everything. I love rocks. I might just set that in there. So it's kind of like that. But that, or I could just fill it like half full. He's so small and I'm so nervous about him being so damn tiny. All right, so the sphagnum moss, I'm just going to put this away for now. Just over here. So, sphagnum moss. It's right here in sheets. So what I did was I just got some sheets soaked and then I chopped up a bunch. So we're just going to sporadically knock that out. You cannot use tap water. You cannot use chlorinated water. Whatever you put in there, okay, let's start over. Amphibian skin is porous. Whatever water you put in there, whatever is in that water will soak into the amphibian. If you put tap water in there with chlorine and bleach and all the garbage that people theoretically drink from the tap, which I just can't understand. And it will harm your amphibian. It's so bad for them. And some people will say, well, just run it through the filter in the refrigerator. That doesn't get rid of chlorine. It doesn't get rid of the damn thing. That's a joke. It's a gimmick. Don't believe any of that crap. So what we're going to use, I did some research, and before anybody panics, just do you, and I'm going to do me. I'm going to do a mix of Publix brand drinking water, and that is no chlorine. And then I also got 100% natural spring water from Deer Park. $5 for 2.5 gallons. I'm not a fan of Publix, but I like Walmart better. It's cheaper. People are friendlier. But anyway, that's what we're going to use, a mix of both. So all those are dry. I'm just going to put it in here, probably 2 or 3 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to pour some water in. I'm going to mix it. Put some sphagnum moss. I'm going to lay just one of the pieces in the back corner, and then I'm going to take the bits and just kind of mix it about. Corey, you need to move. Come on, move. You got to get somewhere, baby. Let's get this going. Oh my God, it's been 30 minutes. My phone battery's going to die. So let me figure out how to do this without turning the damn thing off. Okay. I think this is gonna be good enough. So let me get Corey. Move, man. Come on. You're killing me, Smalls. So let's get into it, because this shouldn't take long. Let me get our drink. God, there is nothing like ice cold water. I'm telling you. It is the best. All right, so I don't think, well, we don't need that in the picture. Let's see if I can kind of, I got a tripod, and I'm trying to figure out how to do this where I don't have my body in your way, and you can watch this happen. Let me adjust this down just a bit. God. Something I should have already done. How's this look? Is that more straight focused forward? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't know how to do videos, damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna start. We're gonna like it or not. So we're cool. Also, with the pieces we got, the 6-foot fake pothos that's really soft for their skin. Don't go out and get, if you're gonna do live plants, that's fine. Hang on, get my head in the way. But make sure they're soft. Make sure they're soft, because some of that stuff is really super hard and it's gonna hurt them. This was the key that just sits down inside once you put your lid on. You just stick that right down in there, and then it stops it. There's the hole right there. So once you put it on, you just stick the key in like that after you slide it in. That way it doesn't come out. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen that before. So that's just a little locking mechanism. Okay, let's get going. So I'm gonna start with the Eco Earth. Oh my God, that is so heavy. Christ. Why is that so heavy? So I'm gonna try to, off camera, I'm gonna brush away the other stuff that was mixed in, which is mostly just Repti soil. You know what? I'm not going to do this, because look, there's pieces of bark. I don't want this in here. Shit. Alright, new plan. You know, I knew I was going to screw this up before I even got started. So it's fine. It's fine. Let's get all this out of here. I see a little bit of Repti bark, and I'm already remembering as I'm looking at this, move, Corey, that the other component of this was sand. So, because I was working on an Ackie setup. I'm not going to lose it over this. I'm not going to get all bent out of shape. It's going to be fine. Don't send some hate comment. I don't read comments anyway. I don't have time. I don't really care what comments are. Okay, so this is me doing my best. There's a piece of tape there, so let's get that out. All right. Son of a bitch, I can't believe I did that. Yes, I can. This is the kind of shit I do all the time. So let's get this. No sand. No sand. You don't want anything pretty. So here's what we're going to do. Change up. The Eco Earth would have worked out just fine because it's just basically cocoa core. Real fine, powdery. Not powdery, but soft. But because I mixed other stuff and had leftover product, I dumped it back in the bag. That was a bad idea. So now we won't be using that. We're just going to go straight into, what are we going to do here? We're going to go straight into Repti soil. So let's do the Repti soil here. All right, it says, can you see this? Oh, shit. Look up. So it's Repti soil from Zoomed. It's a special blend of peat moss, soil, sand, and carbon. All right. So now let me move this back. Get that sorted. Is that good enough? It's gonna have to be. And we just gonna dump. Dump, dump, dump. Now, this is dry. We don't want it to be wet in the bag because it will mold. I think this is pretty fair amount. So, I'm just going to level this. I'm not trying to get it perfect. I probably am. So I got my finger in there, and it is that long. Where's the damn thing? It's about 1.5 inches. I'm going to go just a little bit more, because here's the deal. I'd rather have it a little deeper than needed, rather than get all this done, get it looking good, and then it's not deep enough. and then we got to take him out and disrupt him and his life, and I don't want to do that. So now we're done with that part. Let me get this out of the way. God, I just need a cleanup crew. I just need a major cleanup crew. So I'm going to stick my finger in here. And so we're good 2 inches. Yeah, well, 1.5 inches, going on 2 inches. This is going to be fine. He's a little bitty guy. He will get swallowed up in this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the jug water here. The Deer Park. I don't know how to take this off or how you do this. I know this is about to be a mess. So, oh, it just comes right out. How about that? So let me, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm pouring this stuff in a cup with a lid that just will not open. I don't even know how to do this. Good God. Killing my finger. So my plan is to get this moist for my big boy. So we've got, I don't know, about 10 ounces of water. I'm going to move this. I can't imagine how bad this is going to leak on my floor when I wake up in the morning. Oh, Christ. All right. I'm just going to pour it in. And then let's just work it in. I don't want to get it wet. We just want to get it nice and damp. I don't know if this is enough. We're just working it to see how it goes, and clearly it's not. Okay, so to speed this up, I'm going to use the drinking water from Publix. When I have time and 2 hands, I'll go through. Look at that. I'm not messing around. We can mess around with that Deer Park later. Or I can just use all of this. And then once done, I can pour that in the Deer Park into this 1 gallon jug. Why is this chunking up like it is? It's so odd. I don't think I've ever used Repti soil alone without any other components. So this is new for me. I think we might be okay. I don't know, let's just keep working it. Some of it seems a little heavier in chunks than others. Oh, by the way, make sure before you do all this, you know where your setup is gonna be. Otherwise, you may have some big heavy setup here and it be too heavy to move. I don't know where I'm gonna put this. I'm just giving you a pro tip. A little bit more water. A little bit more water, about half a cup. Jesus Christ. Because on the bottom is still super dry. I know you can't see it, but I can look straight down and see it. So it looks wet on top. It's moist. Look at that. What the hell? We don't want anything that's pokey or scratchy. I don't want anything like that in here. Nothing. All right. So another thing that people do is, or want to know about, is your temperature. Let me get a paper towel and wipe off my hand. Hold on. So, a question people ask, do I need a UVB light? No, they are nocturnal. Nocturnal animals do not need UVB because they don't come out when the sun's out. And you need a UVB when the sun is out because we don't have sun in my house. It's outside where they're not going to live. God, this is so messy. Okay, I think this is good. I think we're good. I'm not upset about any of this. Okay, just kind of, just don't want it to be nasty, you know, I want it to be nice and clean. All right, so we got that done. Golly, this is probably gonna be an hour video. It should be about 10 minutes. So, shit. We're gonna move it along. So I did try to put some stuff together before I started the video. I wanted it to get a good idea of what I wanted to see and how things were going to fit. So, as I said earlier, I have sheet moss. It's a little drippy, so I'm just going to give it a little squeeze. And we want it damp, we don't want it soaked. So I am just going to tuck this in here like this, just in the corner. That's going to help keep it moist. I'm going to put a little bit right here. And I'm going to tuck it down. I'm not going to just lay it on the top. I'm going to tuck it down some. Okay? I'm going to try to get it nice and level as best I can. If he wants to, let me just stick my finger. Let's do some finger holes here. Just in case he wants to get in there. I don't know why he would, because we're going to do it on the other side. But just in case. Just in case. All right. So this is looking good. Okay. So now we're going to take this stuff here. These bits, these are all just bits and pieces. Let me see here. Now this is pretty wet, so I'm just gonna squeeze it out, and it's still damp. His hide is gonna be here. So I want it loosely. I don't want him to have to force and struggle and dig. We're not doing that. He should just be able to kick his little butt side to side and be able to tuck right in. So we're just going to put a few pieces here and there to help with the humidity, moisture, whatever. You can cover some of it up. It's fine. You can stay bedded down. I just want a little bit down there for him. And then I'm going to put some here in the back corner It's just gonna be some extra free space. I'm just gonna leave it light and fluffy, but I am gonna get that water out of there. We don't need it soaked. This will just be loose and setting up in case he decides he wants to play in that. So he is welcome to do so, Bubby. All right, get in there and play and have your time. Have your time, son. Okay. That's what I say, do you, make you happy. Okay, so let's get this out of the way because I'm going to end up spilling on the floor, which means Corey. All right, let me wash off my hands here. I always wear gloves because I do not at all like the smell of this stuff. It just stinks. So here is the creature soil. It says for insects, spiders, other invertebrates, need the right condition to thrive. Creature soil, blah, blah. Humidity. Your habitat needs to be proper humidity, cleaning, spot cleaning, necessary. You know what? Let's just open it up and take a look. Because I don't... This is... Have a look. This is Zoomed Creature Soil, 1 dry quart. I just want to see what it looks like. It's probably just like a refuge soil. Or something similar. Yeah, it is. So, now I wish I didn't open it. You see? Probably not so great. It's just fucking refuge soil. So, for fun, I am just going to sprinkle. Probably shouldn't do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just for the sake of saying I put some in. Because the good folks at, who was it? Family Reptiles, Lakeland, Florida. Gave us such a good deal. They were so good to us. All right. Now I gotta dampen that down. Man, I wish I would have done that. Okay. Look at me making all these smart decisions. Let's just kind of wiggle it around. So it's still nice and moist. Get it nice and fluffy. All right. Okay, good enough. So we have a carpet rug here, a little rug of a section there. We have some soft loose he can get into if he wants to play. I don't know if that's enough, but if he does get over here, instead of in his hide we're gonna put right here, then I will gladly help him out and get some more of this and just break it to bits and get that in there. So let me get my trash bag together. This is another product we got from the folks at Family Reptiles. It's a small water dish from Exoterra. I'm going to rinse this out really well. You know, these products get touched by a lot of dirty fingers. So let me just rinse this out with plain regular water before we put it in. Don't panic that it's chlorine tap water. It'll be dry and fine. I always say don't panic because I always get somebody who says something silly, so I quit reading comments. It's just ridiculous. Look, you know, get a hobby, man. Life's too short to be a peterhead. All right, nice and dry. So I'm not going to let this sit up. I am actually going to work it in once we're ready. And I got steps, so I want the steps facing him. So we're going to use this. This is probably about 5 or 6 inches. This cute little setup here. Other side. It's cute because it's at an angle. So they picked this out. Those guys picked all this stuff out for me. They did a fantastic job. All right, how are we looking with our video? Yeah, we're doing good. I'll do an aerial view before we're done. I want him to have a chance to be very close to his water dish. So you see how I just kind of recessed it in just a bit? I want him to see it. I want him to know it's there. I don't want him to have to work for it and climb. I'm sure he's going to make it nasty and dirty, and we're going to have to be in there quite a bit. And that is A-okay, because this is his home. It's his home. And his home needs to be nice and comfortable, right? Don't you want your home nice and comfortable? Yes, you do. Just mix that up a little bit. So we're a good 2 inches down. He is probably about just over a 1/2 inch tall from the ground, maybe 3/4. So I think he can comfortably burrow. We're just gonna have to pay attention and watch. So I don't like this leaf litter because it is stiff, hard magnolia. Let me go get that container for the sphagnum moss. Hold on. And I'm just going to break it up into pieces. Ah, shit, let me just come over here and do it. Sitting here telling you what I'm doing was supposed to be a video, right? So, move this back. There we go. So I'm just breaking this apart. I don't have the leaves that I want that's kind of soft, softer than these damn things. These are not comforting. So I'm just gonna get a couple, and I'm just breaking off pieces. I'm gonna leave that hard stem intact, and I'm gonna throw that away. These things will poke out your damn eyes. If they will hurt a human, imagine what they'll do to a poor little amphibian. I'm gonna take this out. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm just gonna make a mess. Let's get this back out. Let's hydrate this. Again, do not use tap water. Don't use anything chlorinated. So what water do you want? So I had to look this up. I don't just know all this information. So what I found from ZooMed and Exoterra and PetMD, I don't know why the hell they got it on there, but they do. I'm just trying to get this a little wet. See if I can soften it before I put it in there. I don't want anything poking it, boy. I'm gonna sit for a minute. So let's have a talk about the water. So I sat there. For an hour, I'm looking this stuff up. I'm trying to figure out what kind of water to get. Here's what I know so far. Reverse osmosis is a maybe. Distilled is a no. And distilled is a no because most of the minerals that's in the water is removed in the distillation process. And that's important because, as we've already discussed several times, whatever the environment is of the amphibian is what they are going to absorb in their skin. So we want them to get the the minerals from the water. That's why we're using drinking water and spring water. And I did look up both brands, and neither one has chlorine. Chlorine's a bad thing we don't want. So here you go. I'm just gonna kind of toss this a bit. Just a few places. I want him to feel like he's got a little pile. He wants to dig down and hide out. He can. Let's put this kind of over here instead, where it's closer to his house. I don't know how far they want to walk and move around, especially when they are brand new and afraid of their environment. So let's just kind of put things closer to him, to the little hide spot. He may not use it, and that's fine too. He may not use it now, but he may use it later. I don't know what he's going to do. It's going to be fun to find out, and sadly, it's going to be on my kitchen table where we find out all this fun information because I have nowhere to put him. So I bought, I don't even want to go into this story. I called the family pet guy or family reptile guy, and I said, hey man, I called him first thing this morning when I was driving my dog to a chiropractic appointment in Mobile, Alabama. Don't ask. That's another nightmare. And so I said, I need a 40 breeder, 36 by 18 by 18 for my juvenile Ackie female. Help me out. Let's get this back up. I said, help me out. Can you get one and put it together? Because yesterday they were running out of sizes early in the day. And I thought, oh crap. So I called them first thing this morning. And they said, yeah, we'll get you one made. Well, when I got there, they had it. They made it for me. We're all set. I was super happy. Walked around, looked at other stuff, see what everybody else is doing. And talked to some friends, with some vendor friends, my buddy Dan. And then Scott comes over from Lakeland, or Family Reptiles in Lakeland, and he's like, hey, listen, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I can give you a great deal on a 4x2x2, even though you wanted the 3 by 18 by 18, because I got a guy who wants that container. It's the only one that I got left, or the enclosure. It's not glass, it's a PVC enclosure, and it's badass. And I reluctantly said yes because that was too big. The 4x2x2 was too big for that guy, and I thought it's going to be too big for me too. But I think he had a little kid with him as a boy. Man, I'm not gonna tell that little boy he can't have something for that little reptile. I don't know what the reptile was. I should have asked just for the sake of asking. But anyway, I said, yeah, go on, give it to him. And so he gave me a hell of a good deal, and I appreciate that. They're, like I said, they're real good people. But I deeply regret it because I can't use that container. My setup that I have under my big boy's enclosure we looked at a little while ago, that is on a table or a stand that's 48 inches long. So I had to go buy some expensive thick wood, plywood, whatever, so I could put my 5-foot enclosure up there for big boy. So that's fine. Looks like a table. It's no big deal. I got a little curtain thing hanging over it. Looks great. Can't tell. Looks like it's made for it. I was going to put the 36 by 18 by 18 under it because even though it's 48 inches long, once you take away the space for the legs, it's 45. And so this container is 48. And now I'm screwed because I can't put that larger container I did not want underneath there. So now it's going to go on the floor in the dining room, and there's not going to be any room to sit down at the table, and it's really going to aggravate me. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to sell the damn thing. Don't want to do that, but you know, fucking Christ. So anyway, then I'm going to have to call them and buy one what I asked for this morning, which I should have just held to my guns, but man, I saw a kid and I saw him wanting something, and I just thought, shit. You know, I wish when I was a kid somebody would have cut me a couple breaks instead of the hell I had to live through with that asshole who raised me. And so I have a soft spot for kids. So I bought something I don't need that's too damn big, and now I got to get rid of it, and I have nowhere to put it, and it's going to sit in my garage. And I'm pissed because now I don't have an upgraded enclosure for my girl, which is why I went back today. Whatever. Moving along, this is the Fluker's Patos Reptivine. It's 6 feet long. It is super, super soft. I have not used this before. It comes with 2 suction cups with hooks on them. So I tried putting this stuff together before I got on here with all the different wood and pieces in the back. What I decided is that stuff is hard to work with. I do not remember how I had this set up. I think I had it like that, potentially, maybe. Does that look right? What are we thinking? I would say, what do you think? But y'all can't talk to me. I wish you could. Get this crap figured out. Yeah, I don't know, because shit. I don't remember how I had that. I know it wouldn't be like that. So let's think this through. No. And I don't have to use it. I just want to, you know, because I don't have anything to put over here. And I was wanting him to feel like he had something to go underneath. If he didn't want to sit in here, I wanted him to have a shot or a chance. Let me see if I can dig a hole right in there. I wanted him to have a chance to do something, to go into something else if he chose. Maybe I can just kind of do it like that. Nah, shit, that ain't gonna work. You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna clock him right in the head. Right in the head. What about like this? I don't even know that I like any of this. Because look, what all that is a decoration. It is not at all. Shit, I thought I had it right, but I guess not. And so this is just flat all the way. Good God. Well, hell, that's not too bad. That's not too awful bad. Kind of dig in. What if we just dig in and let it set up against there and be like that, kind of? I don't know. I just don't want a blank open space sitting there. So I want him to have space where he can crawl under stuff if that made him feel more secure. So I'm going to leave it like this for now and probably change it later. So I'm going to put his little water dish, which is right in front of his little home. I'm going to put him in that hide. I'm going to put him there myself when it's time to go in. Water dish, he'll be able to see. I'm going to fill it halfway up. I am very nervous about the depth of it with him being so small. He's just way too damn small. All right, so this is our little gnome, or gnome as I call them, Tim. For $1. He's going to be our little buddy. Is that a good spot? Nah, let's don't do that. What about over here? Have him just kind of chilling out. You see that in the corner? Yeah, you got it. Yeah, he's just going to chill out right there. See, look, he's rocking it. And so I love rocks. I love geodes. I don't know I have a space for this. I got a couple other rocks. Let's take this one maybe. I got to put a rock in because I put rocks in everything. So I don't know. Probably going to look dumb. What do you think? No. You know what? Maybe no rock this time. That's going to make me nuts. I got to put a rock in. This one. Hell, I'm just like, put a rock in anywhere. Yeah, I like rocks. Okay. And so I just took away his space if he wanted to get in the leaf litter. So like I said, I'm going to buy some more from Amazon, but for now, this is going to have to do. Sorry, little buddy. All right, so let's just tuck this back in. Fluff her up here. Get my arm out of the way. So this is nice and fluffy. If he wants to get in that, he can. So we'll just leave that nice and fluffy. So here's what we have. We have his hide. We have some leaf litter. We have a flat bed of the sphagnum moss sheet. And there's intermittent pieces of sphagnum moss to just help keep it moist. And then I got a little bit here, just I guess for looks more than anything. And then we have this loose shredded bits there. And I think that's pretty much done. I don't know if I'm going to use this. I paid freaking $14 for the damn thing. I did not like how I put this together at all when I tried to put it in here earlier. So I don't know that we're going to use this because I could not make it look pleasing to me. I want it to have a look in such a way. I'm going to cut this bitch in half. In such a way that he can feel like he is covered. I'm trying to cut this with scissors. Okay, I got the plastic cut. So let's just see if we can break this off. I cut it about in half. Oh God, what a bad idea. Look at that. All right, so, okay. So this is about 3 feet-ish. I want him to feel like he's in the forest floor to a degree. So I want him to feel like there is safety and cover above his head, and no scary birds are gonna come after him, or any predator is gonna come after him. I just want him to feel safe. So if we can have this on the top, maybe. God, does that look like a cluster or what? Like a cluster F. This looks terrible. Look, see, it's already messed up my gnome. I don't know that I like any of this. What if we just like kind of tuck it in on top? I don't know. I don't think I like any of this. But I gotta have something up here because I definitely want him to feel that he has some coverage, you know? Well, I can't wait to not be doing this anymore. All right, what if we use one of these things here? I don't even know. How do you use this? Is it, oh, fuck. Yeah, that just looks totally, why even put shit like, look, why do you put shit like this in here? It's not gonna, what do you think I'm supposed to do? Look, nothing. And then you turn it over this way, what's it do? Nothing. I tell you what it does, excuse me, it makes your damn space all messed up. That's what it does. Messes up your screen. I'm gonna cut this again because I'm just doing this off screen just so I can get it done. I'm really tired and I don't want to keep talking and you don't want to listen. I hope you fast forward through most of this just so you can get to the end. Check out the Ackie part. That stuff's good. That's entertaining. Lose the middle and just kind of, hopefully you just skip to this part. All right, fluff her back up here. Fluff her all too. So this is just down. This has just been cut down. God, I just hate the way this damn thing just twists and twists and twists. It's so annoying. So what if we just kind of put it here? Just kind of tuck it so he can get under there and maybe feel like he's enclosed. He's covered up. What do you think? I think it's shit. I think I could do this for about 2 hours, get super angry, and then just throw the stupid thing away. That's what I think, because I know me. I know me. I know me better than I know anybody else, and I know I'm about to just be saying to hell with all this. All right, I'm going to leave this like that, because it actually covers up how that's cut off. So how about that? We'll do an aerial view in a minute. So let's just leave this like that. And it's a maybe. Let's see. What if we put, okay, let me cut this thing up. Yeah, I don't know how people use this because it's intentionally twisted and just a nightmare of a mess. I mean, really? I'm not into this. I don't want to use anything live, so I can forget all about that. All right, so now we got this little crown end tip. It's just circular. Ooh, look at that. Stiff material sticking out. Golly. Now I see why it's like it. That's a great way to hurt that little boy. The damn wire sticking out. Jesus Christ. And this is for reptiles, for God's sake. Come on, man, do better. This isn't gonna work. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. It's gotta be there. Because it's what's tying it to get here. Here's my problem. Like I've only got one. Can you see that? See that wire? I cannot get it bent down. So I'm just gonna, I don't think he's gonna get near this, but we gonna make sure. So I'm just gonna tape this down because I'm not taking any chances. Just press it nice and tight. No, he's not gonna get any sticky side off, and I will just monitor it. Now it's safe, because that would just cut right across this sweet little skin, that poor baby. God, I'd be mad as hell. So I think I might just do something like that. How about that? That's not bad. I think I might kind of like that. So we have, again, we got our little leaf litter. I'm going to add more. We got his soft pad, if he wants to lay on that. And all this stuff is raised several inches above the soil line. So he's going to feel as if he's covered from above, and he's not having to climb and fight his way through it. You see? We're going to have it lifted up. I like that. It looks pretty good. So he can just come on over here. See? There's the leaf litter in the middle. All right. Look at me go. Now you can't see my damn rock. All right, here's my rock. I'm telling you, I got to put a rock in everything. I just do. Just get past it. You don't like it. You don't have to put a rock in your enclosure. All right. I am DUN. So I'm going to take this off when my damn battery dies. Let's take a quick look and see what we think. And then we're going to get big boy. Okay. Sorry about the glare. But this is what we've got. Nice little enclosure. I'll put the water in later. And this is what it looks like from the top. So as you can see, there's all kinds. There's 5 inches of space from here to here where all this material starts. So I want him to be able to lay on that and see, look above. This is what he's going to see from above, is all this material sticking at the top. And it's going to be somewhat like a floor of the tree, its natural habitat. Get this shit out of the way. So that's what we're going to do. I think we look pretty good here. It's not perfect. Like I said, I'm going to get more leaf litter. He needs more. That's not enough. I don't want to use well, I guess I could. It's softening up enough. So I might just cut up some more and put some in there. But I think we're good over here. Let me get our boy. Actually, no. Let's get our water. I'm going to put the water in. And so, I don't know why I felt compelled to make water drip sounds, but here we go. All right, we're going to do half. See, look at that. You see that level? That's half. That's about a quarter of the water. So that's at least 3/4 to an inch, and I don't like that. It is just too damn deep for that little dude. So I'm gonna stick my finger in, and I'm gonna see it's like right there. So, and that almost makes me feel like it's too much. That's okay. Let's just get past it, because I will ruminate and obsess. This looks good. I think we're looking really good here. Nice little setup for this guy. He's got several spots to hide, and they're all different. Got our gnome. I know it's gnome. You don't have to correct me. I know how to spell. I went to college. And I also made it through, 3rd grade? So I'm good. Let's get the boy. I'm not going to feed him tonight. I don't want to, because I don't want him to be stressed any more than he is. I feel bad for this cat. I mean, look at him. So I did my best to try to pretend like I knew what I was doing. So me and the guys were all sitting around Chaz, one of the guys that runs the Repticon. Super nice guy, funny as hell. So he's back there with me and Brian in the front section. And we're looking at these guys, and I'm using the methodology that you use for the pixie frogs, which is to see, oh, sorry, buddy, their jawline, like the width, see how wide it is. And then also the point of his nose. If it's super pointy, it's supposed to be more or less a female, what a lot of people say, but everything I'm saying now, I've seen it disproved. So I'm just telling you. So the width of his mouth should be super wide, go far back behind his eyes, and it appears that it does. Also, we did take, I believe it was an ink pen, just to kind of like just go underneath his body and lift him up so we could see inside of his armpits. God, he is just so damn cute. I know he didn't have all the patterns that a lot of those ornates or different ones have, but I don't care. I've been wanting one of these for a long time, and he has some strawberries. He had a larger PacMan. He's about that big. He's a big old boy. But again, I want a boy. I don't want a girl. And so we couldn't sex that one, so I took this one instead. He's the one that had yellow in his armpits and down his arms on the inside. Again, which is a trait people believe you can determine is a male for pixies. This is not a pixie. We don't have to remind me. So I don't want to touch him with my hands. I don't think that's a good idea, but I sure would like to know how big he is before I put him in, because I don't plan on handling him much. I plan on just watching him grow. So let's check this out. So looking at this, if we were to line the, I'm trying to line the 15 up with the side of his body like this. That's pretty even. Well, so if that were the case, then if we look on this side of him here coming down, what is that? So 15, let's see, like 16 and a half. So look, it's about the 16 and a half mark. I'm trying to find a different way. I'm trying to not have glare and not have the shadow. And I'm trying to make this shit accurate, excuse me. So 16 and a half is about, he's between 16 and a quarter. Now he's more 16 and a quarter, isn't he? Now that I'm standing directly over top. He's between 16 and a quarter. So he's between 1 and a quarter to 1.5 inches wide from left to right. All right. Let's get our good boy. Come here, baby doll. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, there he is. Look at how handsome. So he's got a little bit of green in there. Say hi, baby. Hi, world. Oh, he's adorable. All right, so I'm just going to show him his inside. Let's see if he wants to go in. I'm going to go in because I know this is dry. But, you know, like I talked to with Brian, this is not what he normally does. He doesn't keep them like that. He takes them to the show like this because of obvious reasons. If you put them in substrate that's nice and moist, they're going to bury themselves. And like he said, he's going to lose cells because no one's going to see anything in there. Look, he's already in there. He already said, look, it's a wrap. I've had a long day. Piss off. Look at his little turtle, his little butt. Ah, ha, ha, ha. So you get a picture. I can't get a picture of his butt. I see his booty. Oh my God. He is so cute. All right, I'm going to just leave him alone. I'll come up with an update. Oh my God, it's 1 hour and 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. If I was anybody on here, I would have already left this page or left this video probably about 6 minutes in after I saw my amazing Ackie boy. Love him. He fell asleep. Oh, poor baby. He fell asleep watching. He also watches Jack Hanna TV, so that's his big thing. He hangs out on the grapewood there. He'll hang out on the grapewood, and he'll position his body where he can see the TV. because he's up so high, you can see the distance here. He's up pretty high, so now he can see the TV. So he'll watch Jack Hanna TV, but now poor baby doll fell asleep. All right, one last look. Sorry, I just sidetracked because he's just so perfect. I got lucky getting that boy. He is deep back in there, so I don't guess I'll be seeing him for a hot minute. I'm gonna try to feed him tomorrow. See if he wants to come out. See what he's up to. I am gonna take the feeders. I'm gonna take them out of their containers and put them in different ones where they're easier for me to catch, and also put down some sliced carrot, pretty wet sliced carrot in there. Not wet, but enough to hydrate them. I got a feeling those 50 crickets are gonna die a lot faster before I can feed him. So I really want him to grow fast. No, I'm not gonna power feed him. I want him to grow slow at a good rate, but I also need him to kind of pick up the pace and get him to grow quick enough, because I need him to be eating, small super worms and mealworms, and I'm gonna tongue feed him, and I want him to eat regular sized crickets like my other Ackies. So I don't know how long that's gonna take. I sure hope it doesn't take a long time, because I can't be racing to the store buying stuff to just die every couple days. So that is gonna suck. So for now, oh boy is gonna be on my table. I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna look at this corner and try to understand why the hell I got sold this. And see if I can get some kind of butter knife or something and maybe push that back in. And then I'll just, it's a slide. Hold this back, Melissa. Good God. It's a slide lid. So we'll just tuck that down. We'll push that in. And where's that little pin? That's cute. I don't need it, but I'll put it in there because if I don't, I'll lose it. What the hell? It's not going in. It's maybe the other one. I don't know. Oh, because it's not all the way in. Ding-a-ling. That's why. That's why. So it's not even going in. There we go. There we go. All right. Locked up. How funny. Also, I'm going to put a piece of cardboard or something over top of this to keep more of that moisture in there. So real quick, to talk about the heat, everything I read, what I've researched and talking to some of the amphibian folks today, said your ambient room temperature should be fine. And so my house overnight is 73, and in the day it's about 75. This is summer in Florida. Gosh, that looks good. I hate that it's got such a terrible glare, so it's kind of hard to see what all's inside. I'm gonna move some more stuff away from it. Maybe that'll help. A big old mess is all I've done. All right, so yeah, I think it looks good. I mean, it's the best I got. So that's what we're gonna live with. I think it looks nice and homely in there. Looks good. So anyway, what I was going to say about the temperature is you will kill them trying to heat them up faster than they will die from cold. So it can get in the high 50s overnight in their natural environment. Obviously, I don't want them down that level, and I don't want that level in my house, because that'll freeze me and the Ackies and the dogs and everybody else. And so, look in there. Isn't that nice? Got that little space in there. Got all these little spaces available. Yeah, he's rocking it. So what we want to do is make sure that he is above 70. And some of the resources I found said above 65. So above 70 and under 80, 85. Anything above that, you might start cooking them. If your house gets colder in the winter, unfortunately this one does. I just moved to Florida end of 2024, and went through winter and realized they don't have furnaces down here, which is absolutely ridiculous. So they have these units that's the size of a tote, medium-sized tote, that's up in the attic, and that forces the hot air. Well, after the temperature gets below 40 outside, it switches to its auxiliary mode or whatever it's called, and it decreases output. Basically, my house was in the 50s, so I don't know what the hell we're going to do about that, but we're going to figure it out. That's why I bought those PVC enclosures, because they're such a great price, and I can keep the heat in there, and I can put ceramic bulb inside if I need to. So my battery's going dead. I'm going to sign off. We'll do a video in a couple days to check in on Big Boy, and maybe we'll hopefully have a name for him. I don't know. We'll have to get him a big one. I kind of like Big Mac, but we'll see how it goes. So thanks for watching. Hope this goes well for everybody. Hope this helps you with your water, your temperatures, your type of substrate, your depth. I'm no expert. Don't pretend to be one. Don't ask questions. This is all I know, and I had to reach out to some folks to get tips. So I hopefully did this right the first time. So signing off. Have a great day. Have a great night. Thank you.